the highest drafted Cincinnati Bearcat, however, might just be your cornerback, Sauce Gardner. When was the first time you met him? Walk me through that.
He was a junior in high school. We had this little thing we called club that was unique to us, and was like what the Olympic sports have. So we'd have a little club team, and we could practice them. And so we would be able to do some recruiting with those guys. And he came down from Detroit, was at our club workout one day, and from then on, we became, obviously, when we really started recruiting him. But I didn't think he could play for us, at least in his first 2 years. I'm like, we'll take him because he's long.
Right.
But he won't play for us. He won't, I don't think, for 2 years at least.
And?
And I was completely wrong. I think it was game 4 or 5 when all of a sudden we finally got smart enough to put him in, only because our guys were tired. We were playing UCF and all their tempo, and I think maybe the first series he made a play, and then the second time he was in, he pick-sixed it, and all of a sudden we're looking at each other like, yeah, why don't we just leave him in the game?
I was about to ask you, is that one of those moments where you share a look with your assistants and your fellow coaches, and you're like, okay, all right?
Yeah, exactly what it is. I kind of looked at Coach Freeman and those guys at that time and were like, maybe he's going to be just fine in there, even as a young kid. So, yes, we thank goodness, we gave him an opportunity, and he proved me wrong early on.
Well, I'm just going to walk straight through the front door with you, Coach Luke Fickell. I'm a Jet fan from New York City, born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island. I want him. I want him 4th overall. I want them to write I want Joe Douglas to write the card in Sharpie right now. And part of the reason why is, again, I met him for about a minute at the combine. That's about it. And so the eye test, it was just like he had me at hello. And I saw the Sauce chain, but I also didn't see that he struck me as somebody who is very self-confident, but not self-absorbed is really what I got. And I'm seeing Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins now, and Stephon Diggs signed forever in Buffalo, Devontae Parker to New England, and I want somebody who won't look at those assignments and say, yeah, I don't know. Am I wrong? Is he going to be a guy based saying I'll take those guys, or what, Luke?
I think you nailed it. I mean, in the sense that he is incredibly self-confident, but not self-absorbed. And I've tried to tell so many people this, like, he's the best high-end guy I've ever been around. I mean, and I don't mean that like, is he the best player I've ever been around? Best corner? I think so. But he's the most delightful to be around on an everyday basis just because he loves to play. He's got a great personality. He's got a great sense of humor. And he's competitive as hell. And, when he walked in the door here, he had this self-confidence that you're like, dude, you're not that good. I mean, maybe in 2 years you'll be able to play for us, but come on now. But it wasn't phony. And that's why when he went out there, his first time playing for us was against UCF. And UCF was, lighting it up. And they were going as fast as they possibly could. And I'm petrified thinking, okay, we're going to stick this freshman in here for a series just to give our guys a break. And holy cow, we didn't take him out after that. And it was like, maybe that self-confidence goes a lot further than I thought. So he is very self-confident, not self-absorbed at all. And just one of those guys with a personality. It only took you a minute.
Yep.
If you'd have spent more time with him, you'd have liked him even more, just because that's him. From the day he walked in the door to the day he left here.
Well, I think he only had a minute because they were putting him in that tube at the NFL Network with the confetti for his his hero shot as we were going to break, to play that footage, and he was just a natural, and I saw that, and I'm like, that's who you want. Because walk me through, if you don't mind, a couple more minutes here about how he solidifies the defense from the back end. How does he do that?
Well, for us, we ended up being able to cheat a bit because on the backside of things that, this past year, nobody really even wanted to, try him at much. So in a lot of ways, they would stick somebody back there that they were not going to throw to anyway. So we were able to do a lot of different things. But I think the standard that he set, we had a guy on the other side that obviously won the Thorpe Award.
Yes.
Kobe Bryant.
Yes, I know.
And the two of those guys' ability to be different, but the same in the way that they had the same expectation. It made it. I mean, it made our whole group. It made the confidence of everybody around you greater. And I say that about a quarterback, right? To me, the quarterback is the key, not just because he's the offensive guy running it, but if you have a great quarterback, your defense has a hell of a lot more confidence. And I think the same way when we had a guy like, most particular, Ahmad. I don't call him by his nickname.
Why not?
Until he gets drafted. So for 3 years, I've been like, no, I don't know that guy. I know Ahmad. And I always joke with him. I said, once you get drafted, then I will call you by your nickname. But until then, you're still Ahmad. And but they give everybody around them so much confidence,
Right.
and their coaches as well. So great to have.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.